Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about the fall that has taken place in Aurobindo Pharma, why it has taken place and what needs to be done in the stock. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. So Aurobindo Pharma was established in 1986 and they provide pharmaceutical drugs. So they are probably one of the largest pharma companies here in India along with Sun Pharma and many others. It is one of the largest and most prestigious pharma company and has grown leaps and bounds over the last 8 years or so. Exports around the globe, including the US, they have API formulations and generic drugs as well. What happened was a US FDA scare that has scarred the company, and there have been many observations, and we'll talk about it later on in this presentation. About the financials, well, they had a sales growth of around 18% year on year on their September numbers, so 5,500 crore sales compared to 4,500 crores, and they had a PAT growth of around 4.5%. EPS remained flat around a 2.5% growth in EPS. Return on equity of over 14% and operating profit margin of 20% is quite outstanding in this division, and this is why this stock has been liked by many investors, large and small investors across the globe. So the performance of the stock, well, stock has been relentlessly falling since April. So in April, it made a high of around 860, 870, and it was a marquee stock at that time, and everybody was gunning for Aurobindo Pharma in the pharma industry because many other stocks had got the US FDA bombshell, including Sun Pharma and many others, Dr. Reddy's, etc. But Aurobindo Pharma was one standing out, which didn't get any observations over the last 4 5 years and was doing very well. The market cap has been reduced from around 50,000 crore to only 25,000 crore. So, as I mentioned, and as you can see here, the sales have been 5,500 crore. So, if you elaborate that on a yearly basis, you'll get around what, 22,000 crores. So at a 22,000 crores sales number, that is a very vague number I'm taking that, but a minimum 22,000 crore sales for a year. The market cap is only 25,000 crores. So it's coming at just over one time sales, and only 10 times earnings. So the EPS has been there, but the price has reduced. Yes, the reasons have been quite serious, or the allegations have been serious from the US FDA, but the stock has also corrected a lot. So the market cap has been reduced to around 25,000 crores, currently trading at 10 times earnings, and probably it has disappointed investors because, as I mentioned, many investors put faith into Aurobindo Pharma because of its lineage and its history of not being hit by US FDA, but eventually it has been, and that is why the turnaround in the stock prices. So what went wrong with the company? Actually, 14 US FDA observations. So it's not just 5 or 6 observations, and these observations, some of them have been to their marquee plants in Madhya Pradesh and south of India. So and also in Himachal. So one needs to take an understanding that these observations are not just a vague one, not just a simple ones. There are serious observations with respect to data integrity, etc. But it is not clear as to what exactly those observations are. So I'm not confirming anything, but 14 observations are a lot. Highest FTA clampdown in recent times, because normally observations are between 4 to 6 or so on and so forth, but these are number of observations, and now the investors are very scared about investing in Aurobindo Pharma. So 50% fall, probably you can you can put 30% of the blame of the fall to the clampdown by the US FDA, and 20% because of the fear of the investors that this stock might not recover in about 1 or 2 years, and that is why there have been enormous selling in the company. And please understand that if the results are very good and things are really good for the company or the sector, then all the companies in that sector do really well, and the price shoots up more than the fundamental levels it should. Look at the DMart trading at 120 times. Look at some AMC companies, some insurance firms currently trading at 80 to 100 times. Whereas you look at some auto ancillary and auto plays trading at single digit multiples right now. So this happens. So greed is there, there's fear, and there's extreme fear in the pharma sector, with the higher you can say the highest market cap companies being hit so much by US FDA. Then people have got no chance, and that's why the selling has been so much and so severe in Aurobindo Pharma. It is very hard that the situation will reverse very quickly, but then you have got the prices also coming down of the stock. Reinsertions will take months, so this will take at least a year and a half to recover. There would be a repeat, you can say, inspection of these sites in March, April. So in about 5 6 months time, so in 6 months time you'll understand whether things have improved or not. Excuse me. So you have got around 6 to 8 months, 9 months to invest in this company. The management of the company is good, everything else is good, the operations are good, but this clampdown will hurt the company over the next 1 year. That's what I feel, at least in the next 3 quarters. The whole sector is under pressure, and one needs to understand that whether it's Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, now Lupin, and also Aurobindo Pharma, everything is being hit by US FDA things and all that. So probably this is the time to invest over the next 1.5 years. So what needs to be done? You can buy for a long term and hold and keep track of global events. So whether there are more observations or not, you have to keep track of that. Probably buy, as I have mentioned about auto companies. Similarly, you can buy in Aurobindo Pharma as well, probably in the next 18 months or so through an SIP. And probably not now, but when clarity emerges. I won't say that you put all your money right now. If you want to invest in pharmaceutical, Cipla would be a better bet, Lupin would be a better bet, because they are coming out of the US FDA clampdown. But if you want to get into Aurobindo Pharma, get into small amounts, not even 10%, probably have 5% or less than 5% exposure of your total investment in such a company, and have a 5 to 7 year view, and look for positive vibes from US FDA, and then increase your holdings rather than buying at the moment. So let's see how the events pan out over the next 6 months, and then try investing into it. Although the stock has corrected enormously from its peak, and right now trading at nice valuations even after the clampdown. So this is my point. And you need to understand one more thing, that pharma will not have the same run up as it had between 2010 and 15. Probably it has had its day, and it's going to be a new sector that's going to make you 10 15 20x rather than pharmaceutical. Probably pharma, if you get into good companies, would make you a good amount of money, say 15% 18% yearly. So this was my video on Aurobindo Pharma. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.